Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm joking, y'all already know that ain't my real voice. Hello, welcome to Sizzling Sundays on Down and Dirty with your girl Dee Dee. Today we're making strawberry cupcakes. Okay, that first step you see, it's mostly frozen, but those were kind of like a little less than mostly frozen strawberries with some sugar. I don't know how much. Okay, just use what your heart desire. Taste it. Make sure it tastes good. Okay, make sure it's nice and sweet. All right. What you see me doing there is I did some white cake mix. Yeah, I did homemade, but you can buy the box. That's okay. And then you need some strawberry jello mix. Okay, and then you need some good old Earl. I use canola. So 4 beaten eggs. I know that's expensive, y'all, but it's okay. All right. Now you need a cup of that puree you made earlier. All right, and a drizzle drabble of that strawberry extract. Now, baby, that just adding a little extra oomph. Okay, the most of your strawberry flavor is coming from that strawberry gelatin pick and that strawberry puree. Okay, so this is for those that like to, bake at the house. See, I'm an amateur learning how to be a professional. Okay. You see what I did there? Scrape your shit, bitch. Scrape it good. Yes, look at it. And then you're gonna make sure and you're gonna mix it a little bit. You don't want to overmix, okay? Don't overwork your batter now. All right, we already overworked enough. Okay. Now you're gonna split it out. Now, if you got scoopers, use scoop, okay, baby, with the little, the little click clack thing on it. Use that. Okay, but see this right here, this is what I'm doing, this is what I got. Okay. And in this household we use what we got. And so what you see is me putting a little bit down at the bottom, make sure it don't move, and then going back and adding a little bit more, but don't nobody want to sit here and watch that all day. So we did fast forward. Now, what you don't see me do is spray any kind of spray into mine because I got them non-stick muffin tins. Yeah, I said muffin tin things because, baby, you use them for muffins, you use them for cupcakes. All right, while that's in the oven on 350 for about 15 to 20 minutes, you're going to have your pre-softened cream cheese and cream that, baby. That's going to take a minute. Start out a little low. Make sure you scrape again, just like we be scraping by from paycheck to paycheck now. You're going to keep on scraping and scraping, making sure it's nice, creamy, and smooth. Okay? You need that. And it takes a minute. This process probably the hardest part, I feel. And just hardest part because you really have to keep scraping it, keep making sure that you're getting the optimal creaminess out of it. Okay. And then you're gonna need a little pinch of salt, just a pinch, not too much, just a pinch. And it has a little vanilla. All right, like about a teaspoon and a half, probably a teaspoon and a quarter. You gotta measure with your heart with vanilla. And then that's powdered sugar. Now, I normally it don't be snowing in there like that, but my little cover thing was in the dishwasher. I ain't even gonna lie, I had already made focaccia and cinnamon rolls a few days prior to this. Okay, so it was a lot. So it was a little snow going on. And then you got the heavy whipping cream. You need about 2 cups of that. So, and you're gonna put this in there slowly. I know it looks like I put it in there real fast, but you want to put it in there slowly, okay? Because you don't want them lumps and bumps and none of that. You want it nice and smooth, and you're going to do that, and you're going to start low, and then you're going to get high. On the speed, y'all, on the speed. Please don't do drugs. And you're going to make sure there's steep picks in there. Steep picks. And then this is the part where I just really show you how immature I am. Because, one, I did this when I had about 15 minutes to get to work. So they weren't as steep as no. You see, it was falling a little bit, but it is a stable whipped cream icing, so it will hold up. I mean, it's not gonna hold up in no 90-degree weather in Tennessee, but And then that little extra strawberry puree, you can do one or two things. I have turned that into an icing with it. It made a strawberry full surprise, but in this case, I didn't have all that kind of time. So I just drazzled it on there. But just make sure you cut the bottom a little good and a little thicker than usual because sometimes them strawberries get stuck. And yeah, and a little sprinkle, just for a little color, a little razzle dazzle. But that's all I got for y'all today. Stay tuned next week for Sizzling Sundays with your girl, Dee Dee. Like, comment, and subscribe. Look at that. They not the greatest, but they tasted fire. All right. But I'll see y'all next time.